Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
Today we are watching True Detective Season 1, Episode 7. So this show has just been on an incline, rapidly increasing the intensity, the stakes. I mean, everything has just been rising.
They did tell us.
Yeah, they did. And since Episode 4, I just feel like it's just been bang after bang after banger, to be honest. Just awesome. Just absolute. Every episode takes to another level, leaves more questions and intrigue. The acting of the characters just gets better, or at least it gets more enjoyable. I don't know what to tell you. It's
well,
just,
I just
it
feel
is a
like
fun
we're
ride.
more invested in the characters now. And that's why I think those first 3 episodes of the foundations of building the characters was just chef's kiss. Like, it was needed. Like, it... I don't know, just in hindsight, you're like, yeah, damn. Like, that's what we needed for these payoffs.
Yeah, honestly, I am excited as we near the end of this series. I am hoping the payoffs are as good as everyone says. All the signs are there. Yeah, all the signs are there. Last episode, we essentially concluded what I feel was the past. Everything that Marty and Rust's backstory to the offer to get us to present day.
Yeah.
I feel like we wrapped that up, which is really nicely timed because we've got now 2 episodes to really focus on the present.
I think the 2 things that were really like exciting, just the way the story was told last episode, was I'm pretty sure it's Maggie. We see her, I guess, in present time now having her interview with the 2 investigators. And obviously, like the other 2, she's leaving shit out. And she's being very picky with her involvement in, I guess, Russ and Marty's conflict. And then Russ and Marty fight each other on the road and they're going for a drink.
Yeah, it was kind of like nice. We got to see their lowest point as friends.
Yeah.
Just completely broken. I mean, Rust always steals the show for me. But, we shared our thoughts on everything last episode, but his interactions with Maggie and with Marty and all of it was really cool. And you see them at their lowest point, and you see the point where Rust quits, and you feel bad for sort of everyone involved. And then you go to present day, and it's like, we need to talk. And it's like, oh, shit. Like,
and that's where you end off, and you're like, oh, my God, I need to see next episode.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much says it. Like, it was just super well...
Let's try.
The execution of it all was perfect for me.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I loved. And now we finally get to uncover who is the Yellow King. What does it all mean? What have we been missing this whole time?
I know. And what does Tuttle have to do with it?
It feels like we've been chasing our tails this whole time. And we're getting all these, like, Black Star and... what's it called?
Time is a
flat circle. And about things reoccurring. And what do they all mean? What are they going to amount to? And like we said, our prime suspect is Tuttle at the moment. He seemed the most sus, but I feel like he's part of something bigger.
Oh, for sure. I think this whole thing has always been pointing towards something bigger. And then the confirmation was when, I don't remember his name, but Ledoux, I think it was, or someone, then came up with this whole thing of like, time is a flat circle and all these like bigger, like macro perspective of what's going on. So
it got bigger even when the suspect that provoked Marty said about, there's more out there. He knew the term Yellow King when it was rarely spoken. He got the phone call.
Marty or Russ?
Russ, sorry.
Russ.
But yeah, there's so much pointing towards there's so much more to this.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've, as we keep saying, that girl recently in the present time was killed in the same manner. So why has this cult or whatever it is been biding their time? Why do they take gaps? It's so carefully articulated. Why is it being kept out of the papers? I mean, so many questions.
Yes.
And on a very unrelated side note, I've forgotten to mention it in a couple of reactions.
Yep.
And I've been thinking it for at least the last 3 episodes. And people confirmed it in, people have been dropping it in the comments on a couple of videos, confirming it. Marty's eldest daughter is Starlight's actress. Not gonna lie, from the first moment we saw her, I don't know if you look back at the reactions, you might see me. I was like squinting, like that was my initial reaction, and then there'd be some angles where I'm like, maybe it's not. Like I couldn't. It threw me off. So I never said it because I was like, I think I'm wrong with this one, whatever. But I did get that gut feeling.
How long ago was this made? Because she's quite young there.
Yeah, I think it was made a bit ago. I don't know. It's old enough to be younger. Yeah, she looks like she's probably like 17, 18 there. It probably made
So you had a gut feeling, huh?
Well, the first time I saw her, I was like, could it be? And then I swear over to the last 2 or 3 episodes.
What was I doing? I was oblivious.
Yeah, I kept seeing her and I kept being like, I don't know why I never said it. I thought that I was sort of reaching because she looked a bit different, but I kept staring and I'm like, oh, and then people kept saying it in the comments and I'm forgetting to mention it. So I thought I'd save it for this intro. That's why I didn't tell you till this intro.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely shocked. I hope we see her this episode so I can like really suss now.
Well, the thing is, you won't, because if we see her in present day, she'll be way older.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they kept the same actress, no, but she wouldn't have aged quick enough. So we'll go back and have a suss. But Pudgey ain't as sharp as you think she is.
Oh, well, what can you do? Can't win them all, guys.
What you could do is be Spartan.
No,
Honestly, if me, Russ, and Marty worked this case together, I reckon it'd be solved in a day.
Blah.
Solved in a day. Whereas
me and Russ on the case.
Nah.
100% would be next level. I mean, our boy is on the case and always has been and never left for the last how many years. So
Nah, you'd be Ledoux, and I'll have to put you down.
I was actually making a good point. You came up with I'm Ledoux.
Yeah. Except you be Ledoux the short instead of the tall.
Oh yeah, because he's a giant, isn't he?
Yeah. You're like a little nugget. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you want up to 4 weeks of early access to our reactions or you want to watch them uncut, we'll leave a link in the description down below.
And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the episode.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Been waiting for this.
You look like you're doing all right.
Father Time has his way with us all. Looks like you must have pissed him off.
Oh my god.
Some things never change.
Why didn't I come back here to Louisiana for the first time in 2010?
Why is that?
For the same reason I'm sitting across the table from you now. A man remembers his debts.
Okay.
His debts?
I'm not interested in whatever it is you think you owe me.
Oh, I don't owe you. We left something undone.
Oh, yes. Okay, I do like that.
I've been working on this for 2 years, myself.
Okay, so it hasn't been all this time that he's worked on it.
Shit, man, what did you alienate every other person in your life and then finally you came back to me in the rotation?
You know, not for nothing, but if you wouldn't have clipped Ledoux back then, we might have got the whole fucking story out of him.
That is a good point. Accountability where it's due.
Interesting.
I need you to help me.
Why would I? They say you can't account for your time. They got eyewitnesses placing you at the Lake Charles crime scene.
Come on, Marty. You know, man. You know.
Help them stop wasting their time.
Fucking since when did guilt and innocence define a state PD, huh? Come the fuck on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all fair.
The only way for you to understand what I'm on to here is for me to show you. You gotta come
Will
through
he
that.
allow that though after everything
Yes.
they've been through?
Show him, then we can see what he's working on.
If you were drowning, I'd throw you a fucking barbell.
Oh
Why
man.
would I ever
Damn,
help you?
it's rough.
There's no like smart ass
Because you
quip.
have a debt.
He keeps sticking to that, doesn't he?
A debt. A debt needs to be paid.
What's that mean? I have a debt, huh?
It's the way shit went down in 95. This is on YouTube, buddy.
Oh
I
damn.
love that.
That's true because they have been lying to protect everything that's happened.
What do you got to show me?
And there we go.
Oh.
Reeled him back in.
It's so good to see them together again. I feel like I've had the 10 years apart too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The way the story's told.
This is a storage unit they that he won't show the investigators.
Could be, yeah. Wherever he stored all his evidence, if this is it.
Oh, he's got his gun with him. Oh damn, that looks creepy as. He's not gonna kill you, put it away.
What you packing?
38.
Hollow Point?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yellow King, Scars, Carcosa? Did it say?
I think this is proof to Marty that Rust hasn't changed at all. He's still working the case. It shows he trusts Marty, but doesn't trust the other detectives.
For sure.
That's why he won't show them.
Women and children going missing. All taken from areas within a 10-mile radius of schools that were funded by Tuttle's Wellspring Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. No coincidence.
Now you're just throwing up stats.
Why was Tuttle so interested in the Lane case, huh?
Yeah, originally he came in, trying to take it from them.
Well, I think Tuttle recognized the scene. That's why he came down there Jiminy Quick with the fucking task force, and that's why he tripped out when I talked to him in '02.
Yeah, okay. It's all starting to add up.
I got an enrollment list, 16 kids in the class. One of them turned out to be a young man who just showed up for solicitation in New Orleans.
Interesting, alright.
Now, this is 2010. His name is Toby Boulaire. Goes by the name of Johnny Joni.
Too many names already, damn.
I don't know, I'm going to give up all the evidence. All I know is that it all stacks up.
Nice one. Yep, you three definitely on the case, gonna do God's work.
You ever see that Reverend Billy Lee Tuttle around?
Oh, clean shave now.
I decided it all had to be a dream anyways. And I don't remember if it...
Yeah, here we go. Keep
Go
talking.
sleep. Only sometimes I didn't feel like I was asleep. I felt like I was still awake, but I must have been asleep because I couldn't move.
Aww.
And what?
I don't know. There were men. Taking pictures.
Yeah, it can't be a coincidence. The dream adds up with the evidence.
They had animal faces. That's why I decided it had to be a dream. They had animal faces. Well, it had to be a dream.
Probably helped him like compartmentalize.
She first started talking about it. She's seen it too. The faces. I do not remember her name.
Very fun, no.
I think you do remember her name.
3 younger men. I don't remember them. Just one. He had bad scars all around his mouth, like the bottom half got all burned up.
We haven't seen anyone like that.
Nah.
I thought that meant it was a dream too.
So I think the point is like you can't really trust his memory.
I think it was a dream.
Ross doesn't give him any chance of delusion. He just straight away cuts through it.
You and I are on the case in Iraq. Girl comes forward and says she was chased through the woods by a spaghetti monster with green ears. Now I think that this
Like
is
an
our man
animal.
with the scars on his face.
Oh.
Okay.
17 years ago, that old revival church said a tall man with scars came through Kelly Ryder in the hospital. And now this hooker from the quarter, Toby. I don't know who he
Okay.
is. I don't know where he is. I don't know where this whole thing fucking starts. But it ends with him.
Really?
From the Winter Festival. Blindfold.
Oh my god, is that
Mask.
a freaking kid?
This is at a winter festival.
Or is it a doll? I don't know.
Right after Katrina. Says he kept running across these stick things, as he called them. Look familiar?
Yeah, way too familiar to be a coincidence.
You got friends on the force. You have access, but I don't. Databases. I need
Okay.
case files. I need missing persons. I need homicides. I need title transfers, auto, and home. I got a list of names.
Damn, Russ
To
is
really
working the
nail
shit out of
this
this case.
home.
If you need help, why don't you just give it to Papania and Gilboa?
No, because they may be pawns in this thing and not even fucking know it.
I mean, he's not wrong. You just don't know.
Reverend Billy Lee Tuttle is his cousin. I'm telling you, it's a fucking family thing. That's what I mean when I talk about the sprawl, Marty.
I wonder if this is like all in his head or if it's.
All this, the sprawl, as you call it, which I would call conjecture, this shit about the Tuttles, state PD, do you know how fucking crazy that sounds? It's like you've been alone too long.
Russ in disbelief. Like, there's no way you don't trust me.
What happened to Billy Lee Tuttle?
It's something you're gonna have to look at.
Oh no, whenever he says
All
that.
the way around it.
What did he do?
I don't know.
You still take your coffee black?
Oh, green tea if you have it. I've been trying to stay away from coffee, you know, a little bit healthier.
Damn, man's cut back everything.
And Audrey, how's she?
She's fine at the moment.
Okay, so they're civil, at least.
She had an art show in New Orleans. Sold some paintings.
Oh, that's good. That's great. I should buy one. I mean, if I can afford it.
So he's really not part of the family at all. Wow. Kind of sad.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about those cops.
They just wanted to know about you and Rust. Mostly Rust.
And we want to know
They
what you
wanted
said.
to know about the fight in '02.
The fight.
Did you tell them?
No. But they think Rust did something.
I know. He didn't.
Oh, it's
I
good
like
to hear him say
that.
that.
I like that from both of them.
Yeah.
He needs my help.
Are you gonna help him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's big of Marty.
I love that. That's what I want.
I looked in Billy's eyes. He looked in mine. He got me suspended.
Oh, it was him behind it all.
I told you about my stint in robbery. Make a pretty ace B&E man.
Breaking and entering, I think it's
been
B&E, yeah.
weeks. Check surveillance, map security. I found ingresses.
Damn, man, Russ been busy.
I know.
What I'm saying is, I was aware that I might have lost my mind.
At least he admits to it. There's always that self-awareness, if anything.
But after the second home, doubt got taken behind the woodshed and put down.
Okay, what did he find?
Notice he never reported the Baton Rouge break-in, just the Shreveport house.
Yeah, okay.
Paper stock's over 15 years old.
God damn it.
Are they the photos of the children? Oh my god, man. It's freaking horrendous.
Fuck.
And that's all in his safe.
Nah, that's sick.
That's disgusting. And he came in trying to take the case from them.
Videotape.
Oh no. Like, the picture's bad enough.
We are not ready for this videotape.
I don't think we are.
Take
Yeah.
a look.
Where's ours?
Yeah, I know.
It's like multiple people?
Yeah, but I'm trying to make out what it is.
They're like guiding her. They've got like bags over their head? Is that what I'm seeing?
All the animal masks. She's crying.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like Marty right now. Like, how can you turn away from this now?
Oh, Marty.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I didn't even see what happens and it's disturbing.
You really feel what happened through him.
Yeah.
And even the fact that Russ can't watch that again, he's just like, I'm looking the other way.
You feel responsible in a way because they
Watch all
didn't get
that.
the right person.
Yeah. I had to see if any of the men took off their mask. None did.
Of course
Damn,
not.
Ross is tough as guts, man.
I won't avert my eyes. Not again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
That little girl's Marie Vaughn, no.
Yeah, she's the one. Wow.
You killed Tuttle.
No. I assumed that he was thinking he was gonna be blackmailed. And I think some
So
people
what do you do?
took him out after they found out what was taken from the safe before he had a chance to.
Oh, wow.
So he was killed and replaced, but it wasn't Rust.
You shouldn't have that.
Nobody should have this.
Don't tell me you're gonna destroy it.
Nah, they're not that dumb. Not until the case has been solved.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, wow.
Haven't seen you in over 2 years, Marty. Did you come here to say goodbye?
Oh, damn.
Thank you, Maggie. I mean that.
Oh, man.
In case they don't make it, I think they know this could be dangerous.
Oh, man. She just got, like, real heavy.
Dude,
like,
this,
real
yeah,
quick.
this episode got so heavy, man. I'm feeling pretty emotional about it all, not gonna lie.
How you been? You know, besides work. What do you do?
Taking it personal now.
Bit of catching up as mates.
You know, I just stay busy. Fish, girlfriends.
Oh,
Really
man, still
now.
fishing around.
You?
Yeah, I'm about the same. No girlfriend. Just go to work and go home.
Yeah, they both got pretty sad lives, man. It's a shame.
But that girl you were seeing in 02, whatever happened there?
Yeah, that was never gonna last. Never should have started.
You don't say.
She had problems.
You always liked him crazy.
Oh, that is some truth.
Life's barely long enough to get good at one thing.
If that long.
Yeah.
So be careful what you get good at.
Yeah, no, this is what this guy's good at. Do you know what I mean? Like, horrendous.
You call a black man who flies a plane?
I don't know.
Pilot, you racist bastard.
That's great.
You know what happened in '95 and some other old cases, and all I need from you, Bobby, is some old copies of case files.
Is he gonna allow that to happen? Things have changed
Still
these
like to
days.
sing them all, don't you?
Oh, the bribery is here.
And regards to files, I'd like to avoid fucking suck the 2 dicks I spent last Saturday with.
Popping in Gilboa.
Fucking suck, he's called them.
Of course, man. Whatever you need.
Appreciate it, Bobby.
No problem.
All right, so we're in.
Do all Ledoux transfer title on a truck to a Jimmy Ledoux? Appears like that might be a cousin. Found him.
There it is, Ledoux's
White
titles.
Castle.
It's very much family thing, he's
Owns an
right.
Auto shop.
Why is this guy listening in?
You got something against cops?
Bob had a little boy. Been missing since '85.
So yes, essentially.
Sorry.
Man hasn't said a word.
Any chance you ever saw a third man with him? A man who had a bunch of scars on the bottom of his face.
Yeah, that's still the guy we're chasing.
It's weird you say that. I remember that face.
Oh, okay.
They were maybe 10 years older than me. They introduced us to the guy. His face, underneath his nose and cheeks, scarred. Gave me funny looks all night.
And he was a kid.
You ever see him again? The guy with the scars?
Never again. I'd remember.
This guy's always like a one and done with everyone, isn't he?
It's cool seeing them both in detective form again. I like it. Marty's driving, he's passenger, same old.
I never knew them tunnel people, but I heard stories. No, thank you. You think she might get some money out this?
Quite possible. Depends on what we
So
find.
then I'll let it happen.
All of a sudden, everyone's okay with it now.
Mr. Sam, he had lots of children, all types.
All types.
He didn't like a woman.
Go on.
See, once she had it done to her, he didn't like him but that one time.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
So he only liked virgins?
You remember one that maybe had scars all across the bottom of his face?
I think that was Mr. Sam's grandchild. His daddy did that to him, that poor boy.
Oh, wow.
What for? He was a little boy, children.
Or Mr. Sam's other family.
I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
All of a sudden, she got very
Like
conservative,
closed, yeah. Oh, yep. Still recognize it.
You know Carcosa?
Carcosa?
Him who eats time. Him robes.
What?
So wind of invisible voices.
I don't know.
And
man,
she
but-
believes in it too?
Death is not the end. Rejoice.
You need to leave now.
Death is not the end.
Death is not the end,
We
which...
keep getting these cultish insinuations. I don't know.
But she kind of seems like
Mesmerised
possessed in
by
a
it,
way,
yeah.
just like Ledoux did. Which is weird, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? It's like living through them in a way.
Sure hope that old lady was wrong.
About what?
That death not being the end of it.
Oh,
Damn.
man. I don't think she's just saying it for shits and gigs.
Well, I kind of thought he was talking about himself. Like death can be his time to finally be at peace.
If it got covered up, Steve might know something. Didn't say a fucking word when we asked about it in 95.
I never did like that cocksucker. You two always liked each other.
Well, what can I say? I'm a people person.
We'll start with that then.
I don't think he's a people person. Only some people.
Little girl went to live with her birth daddy.
Yeah, that's the story we were told.
Mama didn't make a fuss after the first notice, so she was fine with it.
Why has he got his gun?
But also, what is it about the
And you
story?
talked to the family directly back then?
No, Ted Childress, sheriff, he knew him.
Children.
So is Ted the guy that Dolores was saying? The grandchild.
Yeah, I know. The surname's too coincidental.
That client you got, asking about the Fontenot girl. You let him know I'd be happy to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
They want to talk, you let them know.
Yeah. Don't go too fast, Sheriff.
Not me.
We saw this guy earlier in the show. I think he gave us the first lead about the girl that was missing, wasn't it? Like
I
episode
don't
2 or
know.
3. I feel like we've seen him before, but I can't remember fully.
Hey. Better get those jumper cables ready.
Oh, plan. Okay, plan B.
Yeah, because it like he's like, oh, if anyone needs to know, let me know. Like I'll talk to them. Come on, how obvious.
Now we get to see Rust in action. Oh, I was waiting for this.
This is interesting. This is interesting. Actually, can't wait for this chat. To be fair.
Yeah, me too.
It's good to see you.
Bullshit.
I love it already.
How long you been back?
You got a big house. Marty says the girls are doing fine. That's good.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about her or him or any of that shit.
Just tell me it's something that's not gonna get him hurt.
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, and it's none of her business at this point.
It never sat right with me then, and it doesn't now. You asking me to lie to you about him. Get on out of here. You're classing the place up.
Yeah, he has not forgiven her.
You tell me why you come back, for real. You first.
This is nice. This is the boys' D&M.
I saw something. Baby. Tweaker. Tried to dry the kid in a microwave.
Fucking hell,
What?
man.
Oh, please. Okay. That would literally be the last straw.
I thought I never want to look at anything like that anymore.
That's fair enough, man.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Why'd you come back?
The last 2 years after all that time.
This. Something I had to see to.
Why
getting
now?
on with something else.
Or getting on with something else.
Yeah, I wonder what he means.
My life's been a circle of violence and degradation, as long as I can remember. I'm ready to tie it off.
Okay.
Like closing this case?
I guess so.
I do love a reason to drink beer first thing in the morning.
Look at Marty now, he's got to play along with all this.
Family talked to Sheriff Childress. The girl's aunt and uncle, he knew them.
So you don't know for a fact.
I said all I remember about the girl. Let's just have a good time and don't ask again.
Yeah. You just know that he's hiding something, because otherwise you'd be like, oh, I can't remember, let me think.
I ain't gonna ask you.
Oh, shit.
He is.
Oh my god. Oh.
Don't look at me. I ain't never been able to control him.
Come on.
I love that good cop, bad cop.
We going in the right direction. We heading south. And that's gonna hit us to 49. No, we're not looking for the 49. We looking for
We're
the
going to be on
church.
their little
You know,
investigation.
church, we ain't got no church.
These two, oh my god.
You know there's a little church around here, pretty old, black minister.
You must mean Son of Life, sir. That place shut down. 05, I think, just after all them hurricanes.
Is this the same guy cutting the lawnmower previous episodes?
Yeah, I think so.
He is. And he said the same answers.
Yeah.
He's suspicious.
7 miles of fields, you'll hit 49 before Crowley.
Know your way around, huh?
Oh, yeah, boss. I know the whole coast. My family.
Thanks.
Oh, my family. Listen to him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is the same guy. And he said the very similar response. And last time we just dismissed him.
Yeah. The scars on his face.
Oh, that's scars. I thought it was a beard.
Oh, damn.
Shit. I didn't notice him scars. I thought it was just hair.
Damn. I'm assuming that's his scars.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And isn't it convenient with the cemetery as well?
Stand among the ones that live.
That their boat coming in?
Is
It
it?
is, yes. Marty and Rust on it, I think.
It looks different, but
Maybe it's not. You're right, it is a different boat. Why do we see the boat there? I'm not sure. Okay, so I just needed to take a minute after that episode. I needed to look at some old episodes because that one was a bit confusing. It just tested our memory on characters we met very briefly early in the show.
and they look so different. So
Yeah, but just based on the way the episode was done and the way everyone was talking, I was like, no, I feel like we've seen these people, and I was correct. So
well, Marty did say that during the episode. He said, "Oh, last time when we spoke to him back in 05 or whatever it was."
yeah, but I just wasn't sure whether we'd covered it. It made sense that we
Yeah.
did. So I looked back and confirmed that yes, okay, so now I know that Sheriff Tate, who we spoke to in the first episode, in fairness, we only saw him very briefly in episode 1,
Yeah.
is the same guy that Marty's been talking to now and that they've kidnapped on the boat, which made sense. The reason I had him in my mind was because he was the one that told him about the missing girl.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
right.
okay, he lied.
So then, why would he do that? Just to get them like to go in a different direction.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, who knows? Obviously, he knows more, but the conspiracy behind this, the families, the common families are coming up. I don't remember all the names, but I know there are a couple of families that keep coming up. And the reference of this being within the family, and, you know, even like, so Tuttle, the one that we saw, he was killed by his people. The way, if you listen to the way Marty was talking,
Yeah.
that's why another Tuttle replaced him. He didn't report the incident of having those stolen, but as part of having stolen, I think whoever it is that wants to keep it under wraps took care of it. Because that's why Marty thought Russ killed him. Russ, like, no.
Yeah, he was never going to report a robbery
No, of course.
for that house because look what was stolen.
Of course.
Like,
But what's interesting is that this link with the families and...
even what Dolores was saying as well, She was, what did she say? Which...
She sounded a bit like Ledoux in her own way.
Yeah, but Russ even had the word, I think it started with a C, I can't remember, up on the wall, like in his little like storage unit. And she said that word and she was like, something about death. Like it's not...
Death is not the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But she seemed possessed. Like that's what's weird. And so did Ledoux, which is interesting. It's almost like once like that
Look,
they had access to that, it just looks
let's cut the shit too. I think maybe you get a bit carried away with that stuff. Ledoux wasn't possessed. He was psychotic and he loved the concept of what he was saying. And Dolores was literally said that she's not in her right mind 90% of the time. She's got dementia. She's already like crazy. So she's accessed maybe a fragment of a memory or a belief or something she had, and that's brought her in like a shock state. She's not like some everyday stable sound of mind kind of person. So I don't think it's like, oh, as soon as you mention this thing, they go crazy. Like they just possess them.
I'm not implying that, but I'm just saying like if once you know about this, like when you're in on it in a sense, it's like something comes over them. They're like, why are you smiling at me?
I get what you're saying. I just don't think...
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I don't think it's once you know about this. I think that it's... If you look at the cases of people that were involved with this, Ledoux was a psycho that was probably like indoctrinated in this stuff. He loved it.
Yeah.
And lived it, believed in it enough to do the horrible things he was doing.
What about Dolores? Because she didn't particularly like...
Well, she worked for Tuttle for 19 years.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what she didn't see. We don't know.
Yeah.
But her daughter, niece, whoever was looking after her, literally said that 90% of the time, no one knows what she's talking about. Like she's out of her mind now. She's old. She's in a wheelchair. She seems to have lost her mental stability a lot. She's got dementia. Like she has mental health issues. So who knows? I'm just saying that.
I just don't think it's a coincidence. Like the way, because that's a choice.
So what are you implying? You think once you understand this stuff, you start to go all
didn't
possessed?
say that.
You did before.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the connection is, obviously, because I don't know how mystical or weird this show is, right? Like, we're really just going based off facts.
It's very
and, like,
grounded. I just think it's like a cult, like conspiracy.
No, for sure, but then you go mystical with that stuff, like their beliefs and whatever, right? So my point is that was a choice in direction of the show to respond in that way. So I think that's done on purpose. I just don't know to what end at this point. That's all I'll say.
For sure. I agree. I mean, I thought the purpose was just sort of like to give us that immersion with the cult and the madness behind what's being done and to immerse in all that.
There's more. It's more than that.
Okay. Well, we'll see when we Pudgey.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You're sitting there saying at the start of the episode, like in the intro, oh my God, me, Russ and Marty, like we're
100%.
gonna be, and then in the middle of the thing, I don't know what you said, and I was like, yeah, great.
What did I say?
Great. I don't know. I remember tapping you on the
Well, it's got no merit. If you can't remember what I said, and I can't even defend myself.
Play the tapes.
There are no tapes. Anyway, and I'm also pretty confident that yet another one of my pickups.
Yeah.
So both actual key suspects in this episode I picked up on. So I don't know where you're talking smack.
Yeah, but then on the same suspect, I said that was the guy with scars.
Okay. Anyway, yes, we did say that, but in fairness, they did that poorly because it looked like a facial hair. And then when they zoomed in, then you can start. It's not very obvious those scars until you really know.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. They're like, this guy's been right under their nose this whole time.
Yeah, well,
how frustrating.
What caught my attention was we did revisit where we first saw that guy mowing in that old school or something, and he wasn't there the second time. But the first time he was there, he said the same things.
Yeah.
Very similar lines to what he said here.
Yeah.
And you don't think much of him back then.
Yeah.
But now it was too familiar that my brain, I just went straight back to that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is very sus.
Yeah, well, I didn't get sus until they cut him off. Like you picked up on it, but I was like, okay, he's saying the same thing because, I mean, that's what he does, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a different area.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the same area. You're nothing like Russ. What are you talking about?
What do you mean it's a different area?
This is nothing like the area that he was doing last time. I'll show you later.
Okay.
It was a completely different area that he was.
Yeah, because he was next to the.
There was that fence, remember, in that building?
Yeah.
Now
He's at the cemetery.
Yeah, so that's...
No, hang on. But he did say the cemetery, the school, and he's got a contract. So now he's just at the cemetery rather than the school.
Correct. But what's not...
That's not out of the norm.
No, but his answers were. He answered in a very specific, similar way to what he said last time, and he's in a different location. So saying... I just noticed patterns in the way he was talking that I don't know. If you're not on board Pudgey, it's fine. You rate Rust. You rate Rust. Okay, your boy Rust here is just a bit advanced. I get it.
No.
But things are starting to come together. It is a lot of information. I'm not going to lie. This series needs a rewatch.
Oh, 100%.
Because there are so many intricacies that get mentioned once, and I feel like towards the second half of this series, things started to make sense. But unfortunately, they didn't in the first half, which I think for a lot of people probably going to be the case. And unfortunately, you can only understand so much. Like, for example, the sheriff, the whole episode I was thinking, like, I think that guy is familiar, but I wasn't sure because you literally see him for like a scene, then you move past it in an episode where you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So to come back to him now, episode 7, especially at the rate we're watching this once a week, we're doing this over 7 weeks. So 7 weeks since we last saw him. Yeah, it's very intricate, very to the detail. So I just know we're not going to get it all.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely can get enough to understand the bigger things at play. And when the tie-ins do come, they are very rewarding, very satisfying,
100%. And it's interesting because even in this episode, Russ said something about, his life has been this circle of violence and whatnot. And
derangement.
Yeah. And it's funny because the story's coming full circle in so many ways this episode. From episode 1 with, what's his name? Tart?
The sheriff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tate. Not Tart. Sheriff Tate, and then this guy with the scars on his face, like coming back to him. Like there are so many full circle moments. Even the fact that, Russ and Marty are working together again.
Yeah, well, even just looking at little things that at the time meant nothing. Like when Tuttle's men were trying to get the case off them in the second episode, I was like, why does this even care? Like it didn't matter. Whereas now, I feel like rewatching this, you'd be like, oh my God, dude, all the clues were there and we just couldn't see them.
This shit runs deep. Like, you're going into families, then the family's going into power positions and some are deranged and whatever.
Yeah,
but...
and Tuttle being the one that got Russ suspended. All these little details, and I'm sure there's more that we're missing, man.
Because he knew Russ was on it.
Yeah. There's a lot of details that I'm sure we're missing some more. But I'm very curious how they're going to tie this up, how they're going to explain to us a lot of these lines, these, mystical mysteries. They're going to reconcile it with a more grounded detective explanation, because that is what the show is in the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so reconciling these two halves that we've been at play, I don't know how they're going to do it. What's the answer going to be? Like, it's got me stumped, but also excited to sort of find that out.
I know, well, that's why, it was good then, now that we've got him on the boat. He's going to have to talk at this point, right? But then these two investigators are also,
Yeah, well, who knows what's happening to them? That could be going into a trap. I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't know where we're going with this because there's so many, loose ends now to wrap up next episode.
There's a lot, yeah.
Could next episode, I don't know, I don't know how they would do it, but could next episode almost be from the perspective of the perpetrators? And we kind of see what's been happening in that way.
I don't know. I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time to do it, and I don't know if that's the route that would go on the final episode because Russ and Marty just are so pivotal to the show.
Yeah.
Unless they could do it in a 5-10 minute thing, I don't know. It does make me a little bit sad that next episode will be the last one because I've really grown.
I know.
To become just accustomed to Russ and Marty being a part of my week and hanging out with these guys and their characters, and really, I don't know, they've been really enjoyable to be around.
I agree.
And I'm going to miss them for sure.
Well, also hyped for that conversation with Maggie and Russ, but...
Didn't get much.
I didn't get, there was something, quenched there, but yeah, again, we didn't get much. I don't know, she seems very, stone cold these days, and she's, fishing for information, but... Really, she's got no legs to stand on at this point. I mean, she does a little bit with Marty because they've got children together.
I think she's just caring about Marty. And I think maybe a part of her wanted to... I'm sure she feels somewhat bad for involving Rust in what she did.
Yeah.
But you know, she can tell Russ is just not going to put up with it because she still has good opinions of him.
Yeah.
She doesn't actually hold any ill will towards him. She
Yeah.
knows that she sort of ruined her friendship with him by involving him. I'm sure she's remorseful. She didn't give his name up in the investigation or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
said, I knew him to be a good man. So that's all that she knows him to be, you know?
Yeah, that's true because everything that like it's funny because she acknowledged that, you know, his life was full of like pain and it was heavy to Marty, and then she goes and does that like back then.
Well, I think they've matured a lot too. Like
Yeah.
the reality is it's been 10 years, maybe a bit longer, but
She's not so hurt anymore by her husband's like affairs and whatnot.
Well, you saw how they were talking. So you can tell, you know, I'm sure she's reflected and it feels like she was probably like from her perspective, probably like, I was an immature kid back then and, you know, what I did was wrong, but what can you do now? Like, you just got to move forward.
Yeah.
It was really fun overall just seeing Marty and Rust fill in all the gaps and catch up on each other's lives in present time. I think
Yeah.
the build-up of 6 episodes was perfect because in a weird way, even though we never left them,
Yeah.
I feel the gap. I feel like, yeah, we got your past. At the same time, I've been waiting for your past to meet the present. And I feel like I almost, in a weird way,
Like you feel the reunion.
experience that 10-year gap. When you come together, I'm like, yes, all right, where to from here?
It's so funny that a show can do that because we're literally seeing them for the first time, always together, even though it's the past. And in our eyes, physically, they literally have not been apart. But then, yeah, you feel that distance. I don't know. I love that. That's great story writing, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, having the element of them being questioned in separate rooms and, you know, that's very separate. I think that, like, adds to it. But, yeah, perfect.
And I think having episode 6, the way it was, very deliberate, because they were so alienated from each other, even though they were still both on the force together, you almost feel the space of that episode and it ends in that punch on whatever, you feel like, damn, man, like, it's such a shame to see you guys not be friends for so long. So,
Yeah.
so it instills those feelings in you.
Mhm.
So when they come back this episode, I'm making comments like, damn, it's nice to see them together again, being detectives. And, you know, it's probably only been 2 episodes since they
Yeah.
were like that, but you felt the pain, the distance, all the suffering in between.
For
And then when it
sure.
comes together, you actually really it just hits.
Well, the characters hold their pain. Like, it's like they've lived it, they've weathered it. Like, even when Marty was looking at the video, the recording, like, we don't see what happened. And you see what happened. You know what I mean? Like, they're fantastic, both of them.
Oh, brilliant duo, man. And honestly, these actors, I always can't imagine. I know there's more seasons. I can't imagine the show existing without these two, to be honest.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of that episode.
And if you do want early access to our reactions or you want to watch them uncut, we'll leave a link to our Patreon in the description down below. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on one of our next reactions.
See you guys.